I hope everyone's doing great tonight. Wanted to share something with you, just a little simple something. I condense it down as much as I possibly can and break it down. And that's the difference between a thermometer and a thermostat. And I think most of us know what a thermometer is. It's that thing that our parents stuck in our behinds when we were little to take our temperature, because that's just kind of the way it was done before all this technology came forward. And then, a thermostat's something that obviously it turns our heat up in the wintertime so we don't freeze our tushies off, and it turns the air on in the summertime. And, what I mean by this is, so a thermometer, and this is something I talk to my boys about all the time. A thermometer is they're an individual that kind of reflects their environment. They just kind of are a reflection of their atmosphere and their environment of what's going on. And then you've got the thermostat. You've got the people that affect their environment. They affect, the atmosphere when they go into it by the way they carry themselves, by their countenance. And, and what I want to help you to understand is the difference between those two people are A, how we see ourselves, right? And two, our daily disciplines, our daily choices that we make. That who we are becoming today is who we are inevitably tomorrow. And the reason I want to share this with you is because I feel like a lot of people hit roadblocks in their life professionally. They come into a job, they come into, and they kind of plateau, and they get to a place, and it's like, I don't understand why, I can't move forward, or why I can't, get to the next level, and all these people are passing me up, and I just don't understand it. And so I want to help you to understand something, that, sometimes the things we do, we don't reap immediate rewards from. And this is called delayed gratification. And this isn't popular in today's culture. You can see this in our kids, that, man, when they do something, they want immediate results, immediate return, immediate reward. If I don't get something like right now for what I'm doing, then I'm just not going to do it. And that's a scary thought, that the generation growing up is a generation that says, if I don't get immediate return, then I'm just not going to do it. And I'm going to tell you, anything worth doing seldom gives you an immediate return. And so you got to ask yourself, am I the kind of person that does what I kind of don't want to do when I don't want to do it, so I can do the things I do want to do when I do want to do it? Am I willing to be that person? Am I willing to do the things I don't really want to do? And maybe that means doing something at work. It means doing extra. It means going above and beyond. It means outworking everyone. It means having relentless work ethic. It means doing more than anybody else will do. And you need to ask yourself, look in the mirror and say, am I doing all those things? Am I outworking my coworkers? Am I giving more than enough? Am I volunteering sometimes to do things that I don't really need to do? And this doesn't mean being political or kissing tail or anything, because that's not so. In fact, I'm the most politically incorrect person you'll ever meet in your life. Those of you that really know me know that. But what I'm trying to say is you're making yourself valuable to the organization that you're a part of. And the more valuable you are, right, the more versatile you become to the organization you're a part of. So be willing to do the things that you don't really want to do when you don't want to do them, and be willing to do things that you might not reap immediate reward from. Be willing to start at the bottom and do things that maybe other people, have maybe been asked if they want to do, and they choose not to do it because they don't get to see immediate return. Well, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to get paid more money for doing that. Well, maybe you decide to do that when they're too blind to realize that there is a long-term return that's much greater than the short-term return that they were after, that you go in and you say, you know what, I'll do this extra thing for you because I know you need it done. And you make yourself valuable to that person. They're like, man, I can trust this person. This person, I don't know what it is that's different about them, but they're willing to work harder than everyone else. And so they grow to depend on you. And they grow to realize that, when it comes time for delivery, that this is the person I need in my corner. I don't need the person that does all the talk but can't walk the walk. So I hope that, this can help you, and maybe ask yourself, look in the mirror, do what I call self-examination. Look in the mirror and say, am I doing these things? Am I making myself valuable to people? Am I doing the things I don't want to do when I don't want to do them, so I have time to do the things I do want to do when I do want to do them? Am I a thermostat or am I a thermometer? Do I look like everyone else? Or am I doing the things other people won't do? Right? And so, in my experience, I see people that wait to see what happens, and then I see people that make things happen. So, I'm encouraging you and empowering you to do something different. Start today. Make the decision today that I'm going to be a thermostat, and I'm going to be a person that makes things happen, not a person that waits to see what happens. Because you'll be waiting for the rest of your life, and you'll go back into the earth, and that'll be the end of it. We get one shot on this earth to do the things that we're supposed to do. One shot, one opportunity. That's it. So I just want to encourage each one of you tonight, think about it. Think about what I've said. Thermostat, thermometer. Do I want to look like everyone else, or do I want to set the trend? Do I want to be a blaze runner? Do I want to blaze trails? Or do I want to follow the trails that other people make? Take care.